2 nations, 2 dreams, and only 2 games left to decide, of course, who gets one step closer to the 2026 World Cup in Mexico, United States, and Canada. Now, let's talk context. We are in the second round of qualifying. This is the Group E, and what a group this has been. Jamaica and Guatemala, they have already locked down the top 2 spots with 9 points each, but the battle for pride and perhaps more is still very much alive. At the moment, the Dominican Republic, they're sitting on 3 points, as does Dominica. And actually, it's very interesting because they have the same points, but different stories. At the moment, the goal difference is giving Dominican Republic the 3rd place with a goal difference of +1. And on the other side, Dominica, -4, but 3 points. So this game is not just about winning. Actually, it's about how you win. A big scoreline tonight could make all the difference. Don't forget that these are the Concacaf World Cup Qualifiers, and we are waiting for the best 2 teams of each group in this World Cup qualification in order to advance down to the next round, and of course trying to get that ticket to the next World Cup. So these are 2 teams from the same region, but we have to say that with very different footballing identities. The Dominican Republic has been investing in its football infrastructure, youth academies, more international exposure, players with pro experience abroad, and they want to stop being seen as just a baseball nation and show the world that football lives here too. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Estadio Olímpico Félix Sánchez in Santo Domingo. And now the 22 players are taking the pitch. Dominica, on the other hand, they are the underdogs. A very small island, not a lot of resources, and players who often juggle football with regular day jobs. But that's the beauty of this sport. The talent can surprise you, but the heart, well, that's non-negotiable. And now, it's time to listen to the national anthems. And that was the national anthem of Dominica. Let's go with the Dominican Republic. And everything is set to start this game. Dominican Republic taking on Dominica, ladies and gentlemen. And all right, for everyone watching and wondering how this qualifiers actually work, here's the lowdown on the road to the 2026 FIFA World Cup in the Concacaf region. This is stage 2. 30 teams split into 6 groups of 5. Everyone plays 4 games, 2 at home, 2 away, and only the top 2 teams in each group move on. So, it's time for the starting 11. Dominican Republic with Valdez, Pujol, Urvais, Caparos, De Lucas, Dolan Mayer, Gonzalez, Rosario, Romero, Morchel, and Reyes. All of them coached by Marcelo Nevelev. This man from Argentina, 62 years old. Marcelo Nevelev, now coaching Dominican Republic, but before that, he was part of Aurora, that team in Bolivia. Match officials, Marianela Araya. And as we were telling you, this stage 2, we're talking about 6 groups of 5. Everyone playing 4 games, 2 at home, 2 away. And only the top 2 teams in each group will be moving on. That's 12 total. That's why every match is crucial. And then we'll be talking about stage 3 in a couple minutes in order for you to understand what is happening in this region of the world. Road to the next World Cup. It's time to take a look at Dominica, because Burkhardt between the post, Marshall, Jolie, Bredas, Anthony, Boni, Thomas, Laville, Joseph, and Jules. Those are the 11 men. Actually, we have 2 Boni for Dominica, Malachai Boni and Mosiah Boni. The first one, 18 years old. The other one, 20 years old. Actually, both of them sharing the midfield for Dominica. So we have a very, very interesting Dominican Republic side. Some players actually playing abroad, playing in teams like Real Madrid Castilla. And we'll be talking about them a little bit later. But this match is about to start, and we want to thank you for joining us on beIN Sports. Hopefully we can have a very interesting game. And the ball is rolling. Now the ball is rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Dominican Republic taking on Dominica. Only here on beIN Sports. Take a look at this. Dominican Republic recovering that ball. Gonzalez left in the face. And take a look at that. That will be the first foul and the first great opportunity for the Dominican Republic. And actually, I'm not really sure if that was a yellow card. Take a look at Gonzalez saying goodbye to everybody. And this is coming from a huge mistake from the defenders. And this will be the first try, the first great opportunity for the host team. The defenders were caught napping in the start of the game, and we're talking about Dominica, so they gotta focus. Take a look at this. More shell, and the ball is going to the corner. And it will be the first corner kick in this match. The ball going from the right. Here's a cross. Gonzalez with the ball looking for a header. And that was close. That was close, but this will be for Dominica. Take a look at that one. Actually, Dolan Mayer was the one arriving, the one from El Paso Locomotive, 25 years old, looking for that header, but the ball was going out. That was the first opportunity and the first dangerous chance for Dominican Republic. Let's see if Dominica can do something, and of course try to focus in the start of the game. Going back, Dominica with Jolie. Dan Predes losing the ball again. Dominican Republic with his chance. Going back, looking for Romero. They're losing the ball. Dominica saying goodbye to everybody. They are going back, and they will control the ball. Anthony waiting in the right. Anthony moving to Laville. And that was number 10, Jules. Troy Jules, 24 years old. Jolie going to the right. Dominican Republic putting some pressure. And this is a very long ball that will be easily controlled by the goalie. And as we were telling you, after this stage, we're going to stage 3. That will be the final round between September and November 2025. And take a look at Rosario, then going with Marshall. Dolan Mayer going back. Rosario to the right, looking for a cross. Everybody wearing green. They are defending. They don't want to be surprised. This is a long pass, looking for a through ball. But at the end, this ball will be with the Dominican side. And as we were telling you, this stage 3, we were talking about 12 teams. The first 2 sides of each group in this stage 2. So we'll be only having 12 teams. And they will go into 3 groups of 4. It's a home and away format. 6 games total per team. The winner of each group qualifies directly to the World Cup. And the 2 best second places teams go to the Intercontinental Playoff. And here's Gonzalez. Peter Gonzalez, the one from Getafe, saying goodbye to 1. Gonzalez going back, Dolan Mayer. Caparos fighting for that ball, but this will be for the host team. And this is the replay. Gonzalez dribbling and then losing that chance. Dominica working in the defensive line, recovering the ball, but they are losing it again. Here with Rosario, now to the right. Marshall. Romero. Take a look at the pass. That through ball was a promising looking ball, but it was intercepted by Dominica. In the start of the game, Dominica, they are waiting a little bit for Dominican Republic. Marshall to the right. De Lucas finding options. Looking for a cross. Take a look at this. Here's a cross by Regis. But at the end, there was an offside, so nothing happened. Let's take a look at this. Well, actually, it's not an offside, but the ball was out. Yes, when the ball was crossing the line, Dominican Republic looking for an opportunity to get a first goal of the night. First 7 minutes out of the game. Early on, Dominica is sitting deep, absorbing some pressure, not showing much going forward. And on the other side, Dominican Republic taking the ball possession. That will be interesting. Looking for Gonzalez, and that will be another foul. The second opportunity the same way. And they want to be fast. Take a look at that. Pablo Rosario looking for the ball and the cross. The rebound. Another try. Dolan Mayer looking for that chance. They wanted to surprise everybody. At the end, nothing happened, but that was a great chance. And Dominican Republic, they are doing the job. Eight minutes in the clock. From the opening whistle, it's the Dominican Republic taking the initiative. They are pressing high, pushing numbers forward. And let's go with Gonzalez again with the number 19. That will be interesting. That sliding tackle from the number 13, Bredes. That's Marshall. Gonzalez. Marshall again. Who's moving? Romero, Reyes, Olden Mayer going to the left. That is Reyes. Reyes looking for that cross. And the ball is going out. Not actually. Another chance. Take a look at the replay. Reyes with a cross, and that was dangerous. That was dangerous, but the ball was not out. It's time for this number 18, Caparos. Then to the right, Gonzalez looking for a cross. And Dominica, they are clearing the ball. And take a look how they are defending. Dominica, they don't want to be surprised. Another opportunity now from the left. And Pablo Rosario, the one playing with Nice in France. Pablo Rosario, actually we know this man very good here on beIN Sports. Let's go with Reyes. Go with Gonzalez with a cross, and it's hitting the bar. And it's hitting the bar. Another try, Dominican Republic trying to recover that one. Reyes going back. That was the most dangerous opportunity for the Dominican Republic in the game. They hit the bar, and they are trying again. Gonzalez with a cross, and Dominica sending that ball as far as possible. And this could be a counterattack. Actually, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. Take a look at that one. How they saved. That was crazy. What a great opportunity. Romero. Gonzalez with the cross, and very nice sliding tackle to block. And we've got another corner kick from the right. Dominica defending with practically every player they have. And here the ref having some conversations with the players. Gonzalez, another header. And what do you think? Actually, the ball will be with Dominica. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Concacaf Qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup 2026. Dominican Republic, 0-0 with Dominica. Don't forget that this is the second round. And let's take a look at the groups of this World Cup Qualifiers. In Group A, the best two sides, actually the teams that look like they can advance, they can move on to the third stage. We're talking about Honduras and Bermuda. And we'll be talking about that later because Dominica is inside the box. Dominica! What do you think? Actually, it's not a foul. This is not a foul. Even when Dominica players, they are complaining for a penalty. Actually, for me, it's okay. Actually, I think they were looking for that penalty. Jules, he was looking for that contact in order to provoke that penalty kick. And what was that? What was that? Very bad corner kick. And it's time for Valdez to move the ball. In the Group B of this qualifiers, Costa Rica and Trinidad y Tobago looking good. They could be in the third round. Gonzalez. And the ball is out. Actually, the ball's out. Some people celebrating. But at the end, the ball was going out and it's staying on the net. Actually, some people on the stands, they were already celebrating. That was a visual effect. But as you can see, the ball is out. And that was a very good opportunity for them. Now we have 14 minutes in the clock. And times is going fast. And Dominican Republic with a throw-in. This is a replay of that one. The last one. That was close, but that was out. Dolan Mayer to the left with Regis. And Darlene Regis with a cross, and that's the first one. That's the first one. What a goal! Dominican Republic taking the lead, scoring the first goal of the night, and they are getting the first goal of this encounter. Take a look at that. Regis with a cross. What an amazing header. Impossible to stop. And Romero is sending the ball to the back of the net. What a beauty of the header. Impossible to stop for Burkhardt. And it's the number 17, Dorni Romero, the one from Bolivar, 27 years old. For the one playing in Bolivia. In Bolivar's side, he's the one scoring the first goal. And Dominican Republic, they are already winning the game. And I think well deserved. They were trying, they were creating chances, they were doing better, they were being best. And now they are winning. The first goal by Mr. Dorni Romero. And here, Dominica, they have to put attention. Because every time they are trying to control the ball, they are being very dangerous with the ball, putting a lot of risk. And Dominican Republic, they are taking advantage of that situation, recovering some balls and creating some chances. Dominica, it's time to come back. And let's see if they can respond. Laville going with the defensive line. Long pass. Easily controlled by Caparros. And then Pujol, the number 4, moving to the right with Caparros. Marshall was waiting in the left, but they are going to the right. This is Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for a cross. And we'll have, I thought that would be a corner kick, but at the end there was an offside. This is the replay. And yes, looked like he was not in a correct position. Talking about the groups, this is the Group E. At the moment, Guatemala and Jamaica, they are in the first and in the second place of that Group E. Dominican Republic 3rd, Dominica 4, and British Virgin Islands in the 5th place. Of course, they are already out of this competition. Guatemala and Jamaica, they are in the next round. They will be in the 3rd stage of these qualifiers. Dominican Republic looking for a cross. The ball was intercepted. Rosario, who's moving, was waiting for the ball. The ball was deflected, I'm sure about that situation, but actually, the ref is saying the ball is going to Dominica. This will be the 4th game for these two sides in the 2nd stage of this competition. And if we go back in time a little bit, we'll find how Dominican Republic, they lost 4-2 against Guatemala in this World Cup qualification in Concacaf. If we go back a little bit more, they won 4-0 against British Virgin Islands, but they lost 1-0 to Jamaica. And this is how they are here, looking for some points and, of course, some pride. Gonzalez, the cross, going back, and what happened right there? That was a nice opportunity, but Marshall is sending the ball over the 3-post. The ball is going really far away. And now we have 21 minutes in the clock. Marshall, the one missing the last great opportunity for the Dominican Republic. Now to the right. Gonzalez waiting in the right, but now they're going to the left with Marshall. This will be the second. What a save! What a save! That was a second goal for Romero. What a pass Romero saying goodbye to the goal, and what an amazing save by the defenders. Oh my goodness. What a save. That was the second goal, I'm sure of that. And here's another cross, a header. We know the great cross that Reyes delivered in the first goal. He tried again. And this is Gonzalez. Marshall is moving. Pablo Rosario, the one playing in France, moving to the right. Is this possible? Is this possible? Is this? And it was not. Pablo Rosario. This man, number 6, 28 years old. He's a very talented man. He used to play for PSV Eindhoven, and now he's part of Nice. Actually, a very, very talented Nice side. They ended in the 4th place of the Ligue 1 this season. What a great save. What a beauty. Now 24 minutes, Dominica fighting, looking for a chance, but actually they are not even close of the opposite box. Not right now. Actually, at the moment in the first 24 minutes, 68% of the ball possession for Dominican Republic, 32 for Dominica. Dominican Republic looking for another try, and there was an offside. For you to understand how's this situation, ten total shots for Dominican Republic, 2 shots on target, but not even one shot for Dominica. Not big chances, no chances missed. Actually, they are losing every ball. Actually, right here, those long passes are not working real well. And that was the man from Getafe in Spain. Caparos, Marshall, going to left, Regis with a cross. Good job by Anthony. Marshall losing the ball. Jolie speeding up, saying goodbye to 1, 2. Fitzgerald losing the ball right now. The man, 26 years old. It's time to go to the right. Dolan Mayer, the cross, and no! No. Another missed opportunity. The ball is going back, and what happened with Reyes? That was the second goal for the Dominican Republic, but they are missing the chance. This is Burkhardt, Jerome Burkhardt, 22 years old for this man. Dominican Republic. Dolan Mayer. Here's a cross, and the ball is going out. 27 minutes in the clock. Taking a look at some players on the field. Javier Valdez, the goalie from Dominican Republic, is the goalkeeper of Nashville SC. Young and highly rated. Valdez is part of the MLS system with Nashville. His size and reflexes have impressed at youth levels, and this match is a chance to solidify this position as the future number 1. That's Valdez, 21 years old, almost 2 meters. That's the height for this goalie. Dominica trying to cross the midfield border, but every time they cross the midfield, they are starting with some situations, with some problems. And there's a foul, and where you're not being able to control the ball and take the ball to this part of the field, maybe a free kick can be interesting, but they tried something else. Looking for a foul. And actually, there is no foul. Dominica going to the left. Boney doing the play alone. But now it's a corner kick. The first opportunity, we can say, for Dominic in this game arrived almost in the first half an hour. And we'll be having 15 minutes more of football in Dominican Republic. It was raining a little bit. Take a look at the cross and going out. What is happening with this corner kicks? That was the second corner kick for Dominica. The two of them going out before they arrived to the box. And unfortunately, something's happening here. Hopefully, it's nothing. But here the coach, Ellington Savan, looking back, looking for options if needed. Ellington Savan. He's from Dominica, 43 years old. And looks like this number 10, Jules, he will be okay to go back. He was checked by the medical assistant, but nothing's happening. 31 minutes on the game, and these are the Concacaf Qualifiers to the next FIFA World Cup 2026 in the US, Mexico, and Canada. That was a very long ball. And that was out. And at the moment, in this Concacaf qualification, we've got some results. Cuba lost 2-1 against Bermuda. Honduras will be taking on Antigua and Barbuda. Couple hours later, St. Kitts and Nevis, they lost 3-2 against Grenada. Almost in a half an hour, Costa Rica will be taking on Trinidad and Tobago. Haiti losing 3-1 against Curacao. Take a look at that. That's the second. That's the second goal. That was the second ball for the Dominican Republic. And now they are winning comfortably. The same way they tried every time. The ball going back, looking for a chance, and Caparos, the number 18, the one playing in Germany in the RWSN, well, he's scoring and putting the second goal in the scoreboard for the Dominican Republic, Jimmy Caparos. Even when the goalie was touching the ball, it was not enough to deflect it and send it outside. Now 33 minutes in the game, and Dominican Republic, they are already feeling comfortable. Of course, you cannot be that confident, but your opponent is not being close from the box. They are creating more chances. They are looking for opportunities. Gonzalez, and it's out. That was number 19, Peter Gonzalez. The one from Getafe, 22 years old. Dominican Republic trying again. The ball going back. Looking for more shell. Reyes. Caparos. Losing the ball. Can we have a counter-attack? No. It's totally impossible. We were talking about Dominican Republic some minutes ago. If we talk about this Dominica side, we'll be telling you what happened with them in the first round. This will be the third. Can this be the third? And they're fighting for the ball. Some rebounds. Very dangerous. But at the end, the goal is taking. Borchert is taking that ball. There's the replay. Very nice opportunity. And then it's time for Reyes. Reyes with a cross, and Borchert is taking the ball again. What happened before this match? Well, Dominica won 3-0 against British Virgin Islands. So if you're not being surprised by Dominica today, can you imagine British Virgin Islands? They lost 3-0 against this side. That is not being able to create one single chance. How bad is that for that team? Before that situation, they lost 3-2 against Jamaica, and they lost 6-0 against Guatemala. 6-0, wow. In modern football, that's kind of difficult to happen. Well, it happened. They lost 6-0 against Guatemala. And just for you to know, Jamaica is winning right now. At the same moment, 2-0 over Guatemala. How crazy is that? Because with that situation, Group E is putting Jamaica in the first place with 12 points. And Guatemala, well, they are in shock. They are losing, but they are keeping the second place of this table. The cross. Another. And that can be interesting. 2 against 2. They lost. They were not able to control the ball again. "38 minutes. This is Gonzalez. Gonzalez going back. That could be the third. Caparros, what a save. Burkhardt doing a great job sending it outside. But Dominican Republic, they are trying. They are pushing. They want the third one. Will be Gonzalez, and we've got 38 minutes on the clock. 7 minutes more, and this is over. Looking for a cross, and that's the third one. That was the third goal. Dolan Mayer, he was completely alone. He had time, he had space, and that was why everybody in Dominica were complaining. Why is this man so alone for this header? When you are defending this way, well, it's very difficult for you to not concede a goal. Defensively, this is a disaster for Dominica. And of course, Dominican Republic, they are doing their part of the job. And guess what? This could be worse. For Dominica, things are not changing. Because Dominican Republic, they are the only team on the field right now. Not literally. Renio. Romero, Caparros, and Dolan Mayer, the 2 goal scorers. Morshell to the right. There's a cross looking for a header. The ball inside the box. There was an offside. So this is not counting. And we've already arrived to the 40th minute of the game. Dominican Republic, they are winning 3-0 against Dominica, and looks like something is happening with the goalie. He's not okay. And hopefully this is nothing, because you're losing 3-0 and here's a chance to lose your goalie that he already saved a couple times. Oh, that was a crash with a teammate. Of course, was unintentionally, but the pain is the same. But for me, it looks like he will be back. He'll be back in a couple minutes. And of course, Dominican Republic and everybody, they are taking advantage. We'll be having only 3 minutes more. Let's see how much added time we'll be having. The medical assistance was needed twice, so maybe a couple minutes. Gonzalez sending that through ball, promising looking one, but at the end Valdez is doing a very good job. At the moment, St. Lucia losing. Not actually. They are drawing 1-1 against Barbados. And that's a World Cup qualification. So the 12 teams right now that would be in the next round in the final stage of this competition: Honduras, Bermuda, Costa Rica, Trinidad and Tobago, Curaçao, Haiti, Nicaragua, Panama, Jamaica, Guatemala, Suriname, and El Salvador. Those would be the 11 men, the 12 teams, sorry, in the final stage of these qualifiers. And this could be the fourth. This could be the fourth. Reyes going with Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a pass. Reyes! What a goal! And that was the fourth one. What a beauty of a goal. What a masterpiece. And this is a counter-attack. Wow, what a game for this number 11 and the number 19, Reyes and Gonzalez, playing completely alone. What a ball, what a pass, and what a finish. Unstoppable for Burkhardt. And this is how Dominican Republic, they are winning 4-0 over Dominica, and things can go worse for them. 4-0, actually, that's a huge scoreline for Dominican Republic. So yes, 1 minute more is more than enough. You don't have to add that much when you have 4 goals on the scoreboard, and the 4 goals with the same team. And that's something about common sense. So I think it's correct. But now Dominica, and hopefully you recorded that one, because that was the first try. That was the first shot for Dominica in the game. This is the replay. And then the ball was going out. And looks like we don't have time for more. Dominican Republic, they are winning 4-0. 4-0 against Dominica. And we still have 45 minutes more to go. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere, because we have so much more of this game only here on beIN Sports.
Ay, coño, casi me llevo el micrófono.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. And it's time to take a look at the highlights of the first 45 minutes. Dominican Republic winning 4-0 over Dominica. And this happened in the first 45 minutes. Gonzalez looking for opportunities. And actually, that was the first great chance. The ball hitting the bar. But as you can see, Dominican Republic, they were the team creating chances, being more dangerous. Actually, some people were celebrating this, but the ball was out. Actually, that was an illusion. But then this cross by Reyes and the header scored by Romero in the 16th minute. That was the first goal of the game. What a beauty, and what a great header in order to score the first goal. And after this, things got better for Dominican Republic, and they tried again, and they tried the same way. Caparos in the 33rd minute putting the second goal, the number 18, the one playing in Germany, Jimmy Caparos, 23 years old, scoring the second goal for Dominican Republic. But we have so much more. Let's go with this corner. And Dolan Mayer completely alone, without a problem, with a lot of space, with a lot of time. A terrible defensive work for Dominica. So Dolan Mayer had that chance, and he scored his goal, the third one. And this is a great goal, the fourth. Reyes is scoring after a great counter-attack between him and Gonzalez. Gonzalez passed the ball, he assisted Reyes, and it was unstoppable for Borker, the number 12. And this is the road to 2026. Those were the highlights, and here the stats of the first 45 minutes. 16 shots for Dominican Republic, only 2 shots for Dominica. Shots on target, 6 for Dominican Republic, not even 1 for Dominica. Fouls pretty balanced. The offsides, 3 for the host team. And the corners, 5 against 3. The ball possession, almost 70% for Dominican Republic. So, friends, don't go anywhere because we still have 45 minutes to go. Dominican Republic is winning 4-0 against Dominica. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you for being here with us. And we are ready for the next 45 minutes at the moment. Dominican Republic winning 4-0 against Dominica. Romero, Caparos, Dolan Mayer, and Reyes doing the job in this World Cup qualification in Concacaf road to the next World Cup in 2026 in the US, Mexico, and Canada. These two sides, they already don't have options to be in the next round, in the third final stage. But this is about pride, actually. Don't forget, if you are new and you're trying to understand what is happening in this qualification, well, here's how everything works. In the stage 1, the pre-qualifiers, just 4 teams at the bottom of the 5th ranking. They played home and away series. The 2 winners advanced to join the 28 higher-ranked teams. Then, in the stage 2, this is where we are at right now. 30 teams split into 6 groups of 5. Everyone plays 4 games, 2 at home, 2 away. Only the top 2 teams in each group move on. And in the stage 3, the final 12 teams go into 3 groups of 4. It's a home and away format, 6 games total per team, and the winner of each group qualifies directly to the World Cup. And the 2 best second-place teams go to the Intercontinental Playoff against teams from AFC, CAF, OFC, and CONMEBOL. So the ball is rolling, ladies and gentlemen. The ball is rolling, and we still have 45 minutes to go in the Group E. At the moment, in this Group E, Jamaica is taking the lead of the group because they are winning 2-0 over Guatemala. And here's some substitutions for the next 45 minutes, and we'll be confirming everything in a couple seconds, so please stand by. But Dominican Republic doing the job. If you are just arriving, we have to tell you that Dominican Republic, they had almost the 70% of the ball possession, 16 total shots, and Dominica only 2 shots and not even 1 on target. They are not creating dangerous opportunities. They are not being dangerous at all. They will try to do something. You have to fight. Now the ball going to the left. That was Rosario. Gonzalez winning in the right. What a great control. Take a look at that one. That could be interesting. Urbaiz, Gonzalez. They are listening. Dominica recovering thanks to the number 10, Jules. Troy Jules, 24 years old. As we were telling you in the first half, we're talking about 2 very, very different teams. Dominican Republic sitting on 3 points, as does Dominica. And even when these 2 teams are from the same region, they have very different footballing identities. This Dominican Republic, as you can see, they are growing. They are doing a very good job actually investing in football infrastructure, youth academies, more international exposure, and that's why they're winning 4-0 right now. Gonzalez looking for that chance. Let's see what happened here. Let's go with Urbaiz. Urbaiz with a cross, and the ball was blocked. Gonzalez, the one from Getafe. Urbaiz. Gonzalez. Playing nice. Martial. Losing it. And there's a very long ball. This could be interesting, but is this a foul? Yes, this is. And this will be the first yellow card for the number 4, Pujol. Edgar Pujol. Now he's booked. After this, take a look at the replay. Actually, I'm not real sure. I think the yellow card is for Beltry. Yes. Actually, yes, it's for the number 15. Pujol actually was not even touching him. Miguel Beltry, the number 15, is now on the pitch. We have to say it. And he's already booked. So welcome to the game, and you're welcome with a yellow card. Dominica. Laville. Jules. Saying goodbye. Here's a cross with a lot of power. Jolie will fight to take that ball back. Here's another try. The pass that was intercepted by the defenders. And they are moving fast and playing nice, going with Urbaiz, speeding up. Here's the number 2, the one from Leganés B, the one playing in Spain, losing the ball. And this is Jules again. Jules fighting hard against Beltry. And Beltry, with that sliding tackle, like he's already booked. What is he doing? He has to focus. He just arrived and he's already booked. And he was fighting real hard. He did a sliding tackle, and he can be sent off in the first 5 minutes of the game. At least for him. Caparos to the left. 50 minutes. Let's go back. Let's go back. What a shot. The rebound. And it's out. And it's out. Whoa. It was close. Burkhardt was saving in the first shot, but the rebound was clear for Dominican Republic. We'll try again. It's time for Martial. Here's a cross. No header. And as you can see, Dominica with no idea of what are they doing. A very long pass. "51 minutes, Regis advancing down the left wing. We have another throw-in. Regis, he already scored and he already assisted. Actually, he can be one of the nominees for the MVP of the game, alongside Gonzalez. I'm sure of that. Gonzalez 2 assists, Regis goal and assist. But of course we have to wait because we still have 40 minutes more, actually 38 minutes to be more precise. Boney to the right. Who's moving is Jolie. It's time for this. Jules moving right. Boney again. 52 minutes on the clock. And right now Dominic is trying to control the ball at least a little bit more, having more ball possession. They are trying something different, and I think that's correct. Long pass that is controlled by Joseph. Now to the right with Laville. The ball was blocked and is a throw-in. Dominica trying to create a dangerous opportunity, and of course the ball's out. They were looking for a foul, but not even close. Actually, Dominica was a team trying to provoke that foul. So the ref was close, and she decided that's nothing. Dominican Republic, take a look at that, because we can see a counterattack. We've already seen how dangerous they can be. We're talking about Dominican Republic. They already scored once. This way, Gonzalez with the shot, and Burkhardt easily taking that one. If we go back in time, we'll find Dominica losing 6-0 against Guatemala in this World Cup qualification in Concacaf. They also lost 3-2 against Jamaica. But they won 3-0 over British Virgin Islands. They won that match, so that's why they arrived to this game tied with Dominican Republic in the group with 3 points. And actually, let's not forget that Dominican Republic, they faced last year in November, and guess what? Dominican Republic won 6-1 that game. So things are getting pretty similar from that. But we have to say that in that encounter, Dominica had 2 shots and they scored the ones. Right now, things are being a little bit different. The same 2 shots, but not even 1 on target. Dominican Republic in that encounter in November, they had 38 total shots. Just for you to understand how big is the difference between these 2 teams. Now 4-0, but we still have time for more. Orvais going back. The cross was not correct. Pablo Rosario, the one playing in France. Here's a cross. And what happened? This will be an opportunity for the Dominican Republic. We have not seen a chance like this for Dominican Republic. So let's see how they can work this way. "57 minutes in the clock. Dominican Republic looking for the 5th goal. Gonzalez. Here's the deliver. The header, and is going over. They tried again, and this is the replay. The ball was going over Burkhardt, but it's important to say that they are trying again and again. And again, they are creating a lot of chances. At this moment, they have already 21 total shots in 58 minutes. Not bad. Dominica, only 2 shots, but not even 1 on target. And take a look at this. They can almost score the 5th one. This is the replay, and Dominic is struggling a lot to defend. Here's a cross, looking for a header. Rosario, not Reyes. Reyes with right foot. Now Gonzalez. Let's see. Gonzalez saying goodbye to 1, 2. Reyes, Reyes, and Borker is controlling it without a lot of problems. What a game for Dominica. Suffering a lot, struggling a lot to defend. In Dominican Republic, actually you can say that if you're winning 4-0, you're doing it very good. But it will be interesting, of course, and I'm telling this to improve. Dominican Republic is a team that they had 21 total shots. Now with this 22, and they had very good opportunities, but they were not able to score some of them, even when they were super clear. So they gotta keep pushing, they gotta keep working, of course, because they will be playing Copa Oro some weeks later. And here's some substitutions. Reyes is going out. Juan Familia is taking his place. Darren Reyes with a great job today. We have to say it. And as we were saying, Dominican Republic, after this game, they will be facing Mexico. That will be next Saturday in the Concacaf Gold Cup, the Copa Oro. They will be facing Mexico, then Costa Rica, and then Suriname. Let's see what can they do in this very tough group. Mexico and Costa Rica won't be easy. Actually, the favorite 2 sides of that group will be Mexico and Costa Rica. But Dominican Republic, of course, will be confident after this virtual victory. This is not over. This is football. Anything can happen, but looks like they can score more goals today. And of course, that they can get the victory after this game. Dominican Republic going again, now from the right. Looking for options. Pineda, Gonzalez. Take a look at this one inside the box. What a save! Borker with the header. And Borker is taking it. Let's take a look at the replay. There is not an offside. Whew. What a great save. What a great save. And that was a very nice play by Dominican Republic. They did it nice. Here, Jolie losing the ball. 5. Now 6 against 4. Marshall to the left. Here's a header. And let's remember, Urbais, De Lucas, and Reyes, they are out of the game. Beltre, Familia, and Pineda, the 3 men that entered to the game. And now it's time for Kian Thomas. Boney is the one out. There's number 8, Malashai Boney, 18 years old. And as we were telling you in the start of this game, Dominica, they were the underdogs. Small island with not a lot of resources. Here's a crossing. That was easily taken by the goalie. Well, maybe not that easy, but these 11 men, actually, this side from Dominica, some players that, well, they often juggle football with regular day jobs. Let's see. That was the Dominican Republic looking for the 5th one. Let's see the replay, and the ball was out. And of course, everybody in the defense, they were not happy because they are defending real bad. And it looks like they are closer to concede the 5th than scoring the 1st for them. And this is a coach looking for answers, going to the bench, take a look at the options that he has, but he's looking that things are not going okay. Here's the corner. And the ball was cleared by the defenders. (4-0). The 4 goals scored in the first 45. Romero, Caparo, Zollenmayer, and Reyes. 4 goal scorers in the same match. And this is Valdez. Now let's go to the left, looking for a cross, and is closing. Here's a cross, going back. Gonzalez, what a save, the rebound! And what happened? And Borkert was mad. Actually, for me, that was an accident. A clash between the 2 players. But they had no intention. There's the replay, and of course, Borkert is giving away that opportunity. He was not able to control the ball, and at the end, Rosario tried, and of course there is a foul right there. Pablo Rosario, the one playing in France. And yes, the goalie was very mad. He was very, very mad. And looks like we'll be having another substitution, and it's everything for Martial. Heinz Martial, a German-born Dominican midfielder, formerly with Dynamo Dresden and now in Portugal. Of course, a box-to-box engine. The one playing for Bisela. Heinz Martial. But Dominican Republic, they have very interesting players. For example, Edgar Pujol, the defender, the one playing in Real Madrid Castilla. Yes, that Real Madrid, even if it's the B team, playing regularly at that level gives him elite training and exposure. It's time to go to the right. Gonzalez. And take a look at the clock. We are arriving to the last 20 minutes. Dominica blocking the shot. And let's try again. The ball inside the box. Sam Ravens. Dominican Republic again. Great control. Moving to the left. Dominican Republic. Advancing down the left wing. Here's a cross, looking for a header. And the goal is saving again. Burkhardt. He's maybe the best player for Dominic in the game, even when he had very difficult first half. Familia. Now Gonzalez. Burkhardt again. Burkhardt again. And this match is not 5, 6, or 7-0 thanks to the goalie. Saving another chance. Dominican Republic looking for a cross. They will try, and now there was no rebound. Don't forget that Nunez is in. Rafa Nunez, the one playing in Cartagena, 23 years old. He's playing for Dominican Republic right now. After Heinz Martial was out. 70 minutes. Let's move to the left. Oh, that will be a yellow card. No option. No option. That was super clear, and you have to be careful. Because yes, you're losing. And maybe you feel frustrated. But you have to take care of the opponents. And I mean physically, not because you're mad. You will do something like this. Because everything like this can end with an injury, and that's not correct. 71 minutes in the clock. And 2 substitutions more for Dominica. Laville is going out, and also Jules. Right here, Troy Jules is out, giving the opportunity for the number 9, George. David George, 26 years old. Odell Laville is out. Only 18 minutes to go, and we have a free kick. Dominican Republic, they want another goal. But the ball's out, and this will be another throw-in. They wanted to surprise everybody. 72 minutes. Pablo Rosario, the one playing in knees. What a shot! And what a save! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! That was close! And they will be trying. Take a look at Rosario. Oh, I thought, let's see the replay. That was a bar, and I thought that Burkhardt touched the ball and he sent it to the bar, but no. He didn't touch the ball. So the VAR saved Dominica. Gonzalez, maybe the MVP of the game. Going back with Rosario. What a player. What a player, Pablo Rosario. And I'm not real sure who'll be the MVP. For me, Gonzalez, but Reyes did a great job. Romero, Rosario, Caparos. Here's a cross from the right. Another rebound. And that's a foul. 16 minutes more and the game is over. After this game, things are not very clear for Dominica. They won't be playing the Gold Cup. But on the other side, Dominican Republic, yes, they will. And as we were saying, they are sharing group with Mexico, Costa Rica, and Suriname in the Gold Cup of Concacaf. Let's see if this could be the fifth. This could be a no. The ball's out. They are smiling, but this is the kind of things that they should improve. Now they smile because they are winning. But this weekend, when they are facing Mexico, if you miss this kind of opportunities, maybe you will lose the game. Because today, yes, Dominican Republic, they already have 33 total shots. I am telling you this now. They won't do 33 shots against Mexico. Not 33 shots against Costa Rica. They won't have a lot of chances. So you have to improve and you have to score the chances that you have. And if you don't have a lot, well, if you're missing those chances, well, maybe you will lose the game. So right now they are smiling, but if I was the coach, I would be a little bit frustrated because Dominican Republic, they played so much better, yes, but they could be winning this game 6 or 7-0 without a problem. Here's the ball. Gonzalez. Here's the cross. Very bad pass. Very bad pass. The coach is taking a look at the clock. Mr. Marcelo Nebelev. Let me tell you, we only have 13 minutes more, and that's over. Gonzalez. And on the other side, Dominica, the best player so far, the goalie, Jerome Burkhardt. Maybe that's the only option, because it's very difficult to talk about another player if it's not Borker. Was a very, very difficult game for them. They are controlling. They're going back. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Well, and they will have a shot on target at least. Dominican Republic moving in the left with Nunez. Moving back, losing the game. Dominica 4-0. And Dominican Republic is getting the 3 points, but that won't be enough. With this, Dominican Republic is taking the 3rd place of the Group E on 6 points. But Guatemala, even right now that they are losing 3-0 against Jamaica, they will be in the 2nd place on 9 points. Actually, they have won the previous 3 games, so they were doing a very good job. But Jamaica, well, they are surprising everybody. Take a look at that, another rebound. But Borkert is sending it outside. Doesn't matter how, but the ball is not inside the net. That's the important part. And talking about CONMEBOL at the moment, Bolivia is winning they won 2-0 over Chile. Uruguay winning 2-0 over Venezuela, and Argentina is losing 1-0 against Colombia. A lot of football around the world. Dominican Republic with that try. Breton waiting on the right. This is Gonzalez. Gonzalez again. There is no foul. There's the number 19, the one from Getafe in Spain. Moving back. And we have practically every player in Dominica defending. They don't want to concede another goal, and the ball's out. And this is a replay. He tried to dribble inside the box, but nothing happened. Only 8 minutes ago. And some live games in this Concacaf Qualifiers at the moment. Things are moving on the table, and we'll be commenting about that after this. What a great sliding tackle. What a great recovery. And that's a very interesting length pass. Dominica trying, fighting hard, going with this pass, but looks like they won't be able to continue with the ball. So, as we were seeing some live games at the moment, Guyana winning 1-0 against Montserrat. Panama 0-0 against Nicaragua. And Jamaica 3-0 over Guatemala. So let's repeat the teams that would be in the final stage of these qualifiers. We're talking about the best 2 teams in each group. Take a look at that. Nothing happened. Well, the best 2 sides in the Group A, Honduras and Bermuda. Group B, Costa Rica and Trinidad and Tobago. Group C, Curacao and Haiti. Group D, Nicaragua and Panama. Group E, Jamaica and Guatemala. This Group E, the same group as Dominican Republic and Dominica. They are sitting 3rd and 4th. And finally, the Group F, Suriname and El Salvador. Actually, El Salvador against Suriname will be a little bit later, some minutes later. The same as Puerto Rico and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now at 84 minutes, this is not over, but we have already a winner. Dominican Republic is winning 4-0. Dominica, they tried the best way they could, but unfortunately for them, that was not enough. Dominican Republic, that was the only team inside the ring rectangle. The only team creating and looking for dangerous opportunities. But of course, they missed a lot of chances as well. Anthony on the midfield. Breton recovering, lifting the face. Who's moving? And as you can see, they are not in a hurry. Will be interesting to see how much added time we have in this game, because as you can see now, Dominican Republic and Dominica looks like they are already giving up, and if this is the final score, looks like it's okay for both of them. Not even Dominican Republic or Dominica are pushing hard. Maybe they are only waiting for this match to end, because looks like everything is decided. Now we'll have a free kick. Let's see if they can try something that they trained. And these are the kind of chances that you have to take advantage of. Actually, they didn't. They played short, and now Nunez. Gonzalez. Moving to the right with Pineda. Pineda trying to escape from 2 defenders. Dominica, I'm not real sure what they were trying to do, because take a look at this. Take a look at this. Dominica, they tried, but Dominican Republic was so much better. Don't forget, these 2 sides faced each other in November last year. 6-1 was the final score. Dominican Republic won again. Nunez. who's trading, who's asking for the ball. And this is number 20, Breton. Very young, 18 years old. The one playing in Civao. And there's a pass. Take a look at that. What a goal! What a goal by the number 19. And I think that we already have the MVP of the game. Gonzalez, one from Getafe. 2 assists and 1 goal. Looks like he's not feeling okay. Take a look at the replay. He scored, but he was like feeling uncomfortable every time he was walking. Every step he made. But Peter Gonzalez, maybe he'll be the best player of the game, the most valuable player, the MVP, and he's going to celebrate with the coach after this great night. 5-0. And we only have some seconds to go. Sometimes the ref has to respect the other team. And with this kind of scores, maybe you don't have to add extra time. You don't have to add more minutes. Because the result is super clear. Let's see, 10 seconds to go, and we'll be confirming if we have added time, yes or not. That was the 90th minute. And the game's over. Yes, the game's over. 5-0. And it's a victory for Dominican Republic. Romero, Caparos, Dolan Mayer, Reyes, and Gonzalez. 5 goal scorers in the same game, and all of them with the same team. And take a look at everybody. They were taking a look at the clock. Maybe they wanted some time, but maybe that was not enough, and that was not needed because the game was completely solved. I don't know if there's something wrong in the clock in the stadium, because they were taking a look at the stands and they were complaining for the clock. And it's time to take a look at the highlights of this game that was controlled from start to finish by only one team. Romero was one scoring. Actually, that was not a goal. Actually, it was Gonzalez knocking the door. But here was the first goal. Romero, after this great cross by Reyes, and that was the first goal of the game. And after this, everything got so much better for Dominican Republic. Let's take a look at this replay because Caparos found the net in a very similar way. The pass going back in. A great finish by Caparos, the one playing in Germany. Even when the goalie, Burkhardt, even when he deflected the ball, it was not enough to avoid the goal. And this is a clear image in how bad was Dominica's defense. Dolan Mayer, the one with 25 years old, the one with almost 2 meters, he was completely alone with time and space, and he scored his goal. Then Reyes, a very nice goal. The assist by Gonzalez, the one from Getafe. And Reyes in the 44th minute, scoring the 4th one. Let's go to the second half. Even though Dominican Republic, they tried, they created some chances, they were not able to score more than once. That was a cross, a header that was going over. Then Dominica did this, a cross that was controlled without a problem for the goalie. And maybe this is one of the highlights for Dominic in the game, because they only had one shot on goal in the entire match. And here Pablo Rosario, he did a great match, but it was hitting the bar. And at the end, Gonzalez, he tried and he scored. And that way, he's the MVP of this match. 2 assists, 1 goal in 90 minutes. And after these highlights, it's time to take a look at the stats, the final stats of this game. Just for you to understand what happened with the numbers. 38 shots, only 4 for Dominican, 1 shot on target. 18 shots on target for Dominican Republic. 5 of them were goals. Fouls, completely balanced. 10 and 1 yellow card. Offsides, 4 and not even 1 offside for Dominica. Corners, 8 against 3, and 65% for Dominican Republic. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Dominican Republic won 5-0 against Dominica in these Concacaf Qualifiers.